legit 40,000 30-day rolling. It's about to be the end of 2019, the end of the decade. Amazon dropshipping is where it's at. Check it out. I'm telling y'all, Amazon works. Take care. Hey everybody, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be just talking about Amazon dropshipping and the longevity of it, the perks, the pros, the cons, and then a quick FAQ because I've been getting a lot of different questions from people. Starting off, let's say this. People are asking, is this going to be a long-lasting type of business model? Well, I can't really predict it in the next 5 to 10 years or in the next decade, but I know from 2019 going into 2020, it's still going to be a hot type of business. It's going to be a great business model. As long as Jeff Bezos is alive, he's going to keep running Amazon like the beast it is, and it is one of the biggest platforms that we can leverage right now in e-commerce. There's different types of stuff. So I don't teach on like FBA, private labeling, fulfilled by Amazon. I don't teach any of that myself because I don't do it. What I do teach is a method that I know that I always have been using for like a couple years now from like Shopify or just other online platforms. But I did start with like eBay dropshipping, and then now it's Amazon just because of the algorithm, the hundreds and millions and thousands of products. So there's a ton of products on Amazon that you can literally leverage. All I'm doing is just selling other people's products, people that like are like big name brands that we can sell that Amazon won't ban us for. So all I'm doing is selling other name products, and then from there, like household products that people are already buying, that people are already purchasing on a day-to-day basis, and we're just listing it, and Amazon's giving us the traffic. So obviously that's one of the downsides, is that we don't get the customers' emails. We don't have this longevity thing where we can email market them, or we can just send out a promo and then they'll buy or get them on some monthly subscription. It's just like a small transaction and then you get the profit. So that's the downside. One of the downsides with just selling on Amazon platforms. So even people that are doing name brands, product brands, private labeling, all that stuff, they can get their account shut down. And I've had people that are doing 20, 50K plus a month, and then they get their account shut down, and then they have a ton of inventory stuck. I'm not talking about that business model. I'm talking about Amazon dropshipping, which I truly 100% believe, yeah, it's going to be growing as amount of sellers. Like Amazon's created so many millionaires in the last couple of years. There's a ton. You can do the statistics, see how many boxes are being sold. There's like hundreds and even thousands every single second being sold, especially during the holiday season, and it's just increasing. So Amazon dropshipping in 2020, it's not going to die. It is against Amazon TOS, terms of service. So someone said, hey, isn't it against their like terms of service? Yes, it's against their policy to be able to drop ship from a different supplier. But as long as you play within Amazon's terms, you can get away with it, get your profit, and you're all good to go. So number one is you want to be able to have a good account health. Have a good account health, and I teach a lot of that as far as like metrics. You guys can Google it, you can YouTube it, people will probably teach it to you for free. I share this in my mastermind because I'm so big about account health. As long as you stay within Amazon's boundaries, like just right below their radar, but just right below it to where you can actually profit from it. So it gets exciting. So I talk about Amazon dropshipping, how to really leverage this business model. I truly believe it's not my main business, but it is a source of income that I use to be able to invest into other things, to keep me accountable, keep me up. I pay for all the different softwares that sustain it, pay for the team, the VAs, and then it starts to run itself long term. You go into it and you can put the fire. So yes, it is against Amazon's terms of service. Hey, but as long as you're fulfilling it, the customers are getting it, everything's good, you're not getting low ratings, you're not getting customers that are complaining, where's my package, then you're going to be all good to go. Number two, on top of that, I'm going to teach about also, because someone asked me like, oh, RC, what if it comes in like a different package from that supplier? So I teach about the different suppliers, Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Kmart was working at one point, and there's all these different suppliers that you guys can use, Wayfair, and yes, it is going to be, or web restaurant, it is going to be coming from a different package, but all of 2019, I've sold thousands of units. I've rarely had anybody. No one's actually complained that it's come in this package, like it came from like that supplier's package. So no one cares. As long as they get the product that they're looking for, it goes directly to them. You're all good to go. So yes, no it doesn't matter, but yes, it might come in that package of whoever the supplier is, depending on the type of product that you're selling. And yes, this is Amazon dropshipping. So one, it's against their terms of service. Two, it might come, but hey, the customers, they really don't care as long as they get the package. I ordered on Amazon one time. I got it in a supplier's package. I got it in like, I think it was a Home Depot package. I forgot what it was, but I knew it wasn't from Amazon because it wasn't in an Amazon box. It was from the actual supplier, and I was like, oh wow. I didn't even care, and I didn't even look. And I'm doing e-commerce. I do drop shipping. I just needed that product, and I could have probably bought it cheaper from a different supplier, but we just all trust Amazon, so that's just part of it. So yes, people don't care, customers don't care as long as they get it. Amazon's building a lot of trust. They have such great customer service. Their return policy is amazing. They're always returning stuff that customers, it's just so great. They're all about customer service, and that's what Jeff Bezos kind of leaned his company on as it grows into this humongous billion trillion dollar company. So, and then number three, people are talking about, oh, okay, and I have a few notes here, but I'm just going to answer any FAQs anyways. Number three is people say, hey, if it comes in a package and, or I'm sorry, if people buy the package on Amazon and my supplier doesn't have it anymore, is there a way to either cancel it, or is there a way to be able to have a way for to be able to track it so you know that your suppliers don't have it? So let me because that's a two-sided question. So number one, yes, there is a way for you to be able to cancel it. It's going to affect your metrics, but if you're selling hundreds of units a day and you just cancel 1 unit a day, it's not going to affect your metrics, but obviously it does like a percentage. And like I said, I teach all this stuff. It does like a percentage, and this is all affecting your account health. So here's the thing, you don't want that percentage to go higher than, I think it's 3, 5, or 7%, but you just don't want it higher than 10%, and then Amazon might start cracking down on you. But if let's say you sell like one product that day, and then you cancel the other product, so that's 50%, so you're already above that line. But if you're selling 100 products and then you got one that's at that, then it's only 1% out of 100. So if you guys get me, and I believe it's in a 30-day rolling. Don't quote me on this. I don't know. There's a lot that I teach and I share, and I have so much going on in my head, but just know that it's a small percentage, and I share all these metrics. I just don't want you guys to quote me on this. There's a lot of different things like the ODR, order default defect rate. There's the stuff where it comes to cancellation, and then the late shipment percentages. So those are all different percentages, but this is all around account health. So yeah, you know what? Number three, I'm actually going to talk about account health. Account health is big. So Google that, YouTube that. You'll get a lot of information. But I have a whole module just on like account health, and just to be able to play within Amazon's terms. And then just as I was talking about, let's go back so we're not getting sidetracked. Yes, there is a way to be able to cancel it. You can cancel it, or you can also send there's a template that I share, so then the customer cancels it, and then you don't get deducted, because I guess in like Amazon's system, if they read that the customer cancels it, that it says cancel, then it won't count against you. So there's like loopholes to do this, to be able to play on and underneath Amazon's radar. So, and then the other way, there's a software, and I'll link it down below. It's called Web Scraper app. You guys can use it. That software, by the hour, depending on what level you guys are playing at, or how much you're spending monthly. If you guys use my discount code, you'll get, I believe it's $20 or $30 off monthly. It's like 100 something, but if you use my discount code, it's like 80 bucks a month. So use it. You're gonna save a lot of money. But from there, when you do that, what it does is it connects directly to your supplier. If your supplier doesn't have it anymore, then it's gonna zero out the inventory on Amazon. And then when it comes back into the supplier and they have some, then it's gonna go ahead and go back to however much inventory you said, and it'll automatically do that for you. But you could eventually pay for that software once you start to make money, once you start to find profitable products. So that's one. So I believe we're at number 4, because one is TOS. Yes, it's against Amazon's terms of service. Number 2, oh my gosh, I forgot what number 2 was. Shoot, I forgot number 2. Number 3, we talked about, we went back and forth, but let's just say number 3 is account health. And then number 4 is, let's see, oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I just wanted to like share all this stuff. Number 4 is just what I just shared, like, oh, if it runs out, is there a way to be able to figure out if it runs out from the supplier? And then number 5, I'm going to share this with you guys. Number 5, let's see. How are you tracking supplier stock? I just answered that. You can use Web Scraper app for that. And then number 3 is, what do you do when a customer gets a different box? Oh, that was actually number 2. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place. Terms of service, do the customers care if they get a different box? Number 3 is account health, and then number 4 is how to track if it's in stock. Right, so then I'm gonna link those below. And then the last thing, I just want to make this quick. I'll probably make more videos on this. The last thing is number 5. The price changes, because sometimes your supplier will see that you're selling a lot, that they'll change the price in that hour. It's just part of like their algorithm and part of their software. We have this thing, and it's a little bit more pricier. I was actually spending the highest at one point. It was like $300 a month or $250, and then there's like a $149. It's called inform.co, and what that does is it's a repricer. So it reprices your items every time it changes with your supplier. So if you want a specific margin, like I want a $10 margin, or I want a 2% or a 5% profit margin, it's gonna be playing with those margins, and then you get to compete with Amazon. So yeah, I'll talk more. I'm gonna give you guys a lot of tips and tricks on Amazon in this next month. Anything with like just 2020 in general, but these are a lot of FAQs that a lot of people are asking. As long as you have great customer service, you're fulfilling, and then obviously depending on what supplier you have, the refunds, I teach all that too. It's so simple to do a refund, get that back, get money back in your account. The customer's happy because they get their money back, and then it's not really a loss. I know Amazon charges a small percentage for refunds, so you get a small loss on it, but it's not major. It's better to have your customers happy and then you just selling more units and leveraging this. But yes, I do believe that Amazon dropshipping is going to be a viable business that you can have in 2020 going into the next year, and using whatever you do in this business, because you don't just create a business and then you just start spending it on designer stuff. You use that money, that income, that profit to go back out to invest into bigger and better things, and you start to adapt. And what is the average profit margin? 15%. 15% is the average industry profit margin for Amazon dropshipping. It can be a lot lower, it can be a little bit higher, just depending on how good you are, what kind of products you find. It is getting competitive, but there's millions of products on there, so just know it's scalable. It's a business model that you guys can use today, that you can start today, and going into 2020, it is going to be a hot model, and I know it's super scalable. I only like going into business models that are scalable, but if you need to make money, you guys can do retail arbitrage. You guys can go on OfferUp and go on Letgo and all these other platforms, eBay, and start buying and flipping just so you can start making money, just so you can start. But I only touch business models that are scalable, and all you need is a credit card, because once you sell, they buy, Amazon pays you in 2 weeks, you pay off the credit card, you keep the profit. So yeah, and I have all that stuff. I share the calculators, the sheets, I share everything that you need to start the Chrome extension, a profitable business. And if you guys haven't checked it out, I'll probably link it below, but how one of my friends, Jason, literally full-time barber, went to school, graduated as an engineer, went 30K in the last 30 days in November going into December, $30,000. He never sold anything online really. He's had a few businesses that he started here and there, but he's never sold legit consistently online and made consistent profits. And I've had a lot of guys that literally they never started a business online, sold their first product in the first week, first couple days, and first month, made profits, made their money back from the mastermind that I'm sharing. And I'm only charging because people say they really want it, but then when I buy something, I actually go 1,000% in. The more that I put in, I kept it at a low price because I just wanted people to get started. I want people to build trust on me, to say, hey dude, this guy's legit. I make way much money all elsewhere. I have so many different ways that I leverage the money that's coming into my bank account, but I created this because it was in high demand. I had over 50 people hit me up and say, RC, can you teach me this? Can you share me, how you're doing it? Because I was just posting screenshots and results early 2019, and I was like, all right. So I took down one whole month. I literally put my head down, 12-hour days for like almost a month straight, 3 weeks straight, put everything together, created all the spreadsheets, and I made it super to the point, and I give you guys all the softwares, the tools that you need to be successful. But if you want to automate, start below. You guys can literally check it out, go on YouTube, spend countless hours, or I can just give you the roadmap, the blueprint, and you can start making your money right away, straight up. And I only touch scalable business models because that's how I think long term. So yeah, God bless you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions below, and I'll create a video on it, only on Amazon dropshipping or just dropshipping in general.
All I see is blessings, got no time for stressing. Don't believe in failures in my life, it's so